Well, g'day folks, my name's Ashley Windsor, and today I'm going to do another short flight in the Cessna 172, but today I'm going to go from Indianapolis Metro to Muncie Airfield, which is about, it's like 35 miles away, so it's not very far at all. So let's get started on that one, and I'll just turn the brakes off there, and let's apply full power. Okay, RPM's increasing. Keep this puppy straight, runway's looking clear. Airspeed should come alive any moment. Airspeed's alive. Yeah, rotates. It's not too much. That's too much though. So we're initially doing a left-hand turn. The initial track's about 064, and you can see the GPS, it is actually plugged in there. Start to turn to the left there. Just taking that at the time. Let's make it 5.5. Oi. I said 5.5, just take that at the time. Get back to the estimate shortly. Let's see. Just looking around, keep looking down. Okay, climb, 70 to 85, we got to about 75 there. Throttle, got full throttle. Mixture, I'm not going to bother landing it. We're only going to 3,500 feet, so we're actually going a little over 1,000 feet to go. Instruments, engine instruments are looking good at this stage. Taxi and landing lights, I'm going to leave them on because they're LEDs, and this is a flight simulator. Flight plan, I'm not going to open a flight plan because it's a very short flight. And we'll be talking to tower way anyway. Right, okay. Alright, so we've got just under 1,000 feet to go. Estimate was 17 minutes, so about 12 minutes past the hour is my estimate for our destination, Muncie. And once again, Muncie has a great restaurant at the airport as well. There is another airport in route. We won't actually go through their airspace. Anderson, we'll actually just fly above it. It is class Delta, and it's going by the section on here. It's 10, 20, a little over 20 miles away. Well, I should say actually about maybe 15 miles away from Muncie. So up there, about 15 is when you're about overhead Anderson. Alright, so we're approaching, slower than those now. Thank you, autopilot. And of course I'll allow the aircraft to accelerate before I pull the RPM back. The flaps are up, there is no gear to retract, there's no cow flaps, so I'll just wait for it to accelerate. And I'll pull it back to 2400 RPM. RPMs have increased as expected as the nose was lowered. Alright, let's pull it back to about 2400 RPM. And of course I chose this altitude because this is between 000 and 179 degrees So that's odds plus 500 feet for a VFR flight, hence 3,500 feet. And also that'll keep me outside the class Delta airspace over Anderson, which we've overflown the field. Okay, so clear off, compass. Yeah, it's about 060, 061 or 2, 062 I'd say that is, and we're heading 063, so compass is aligned with DG, or the DG is aligned with the compass. Log, so we were overhead at 5.5 departing, and my estimate is 1.2. And it's showing 15 minutes ETA. So, 15 minutes. What's 5.9? Okay, yeah, so 1.4. Mine was 1.2, estimate it's saying 1.4, that's fine. Engine, let's see, engine's dropped a bit. I don't know if this throttle lock is loose or what, anyway. Feels good. We're looking in the green there. Altimeter, we're going to stick with 29902. We're going to pretend that's the same all the way along, but obviously normally you would check that. However, we'll get the AWOS shortly for Muncie. It's an ATIS at Muncie, unlike Columbus. Let's see, engine altimeter radios. I will set the ATIS now, so that is, I'm making reference to my sectional chart here, 133.25.
Delaware Co. Johnson Field Information Hotel. 1500 Zulu weather. Wind calm, visibility more than 10. Sky conditions 19,000 scattered, 34,000 scattered, temperature 13, dew point -15. Altimeter 2992. Arriving runway 03, departing runway 03. Advise on initial contact you have hotel.
Alright, well that's pretty straightforward. So 03. So 03. Okay, yep. Oh, that'll be good. That's nice and easy. 03 for Muncie. So what that means is 03. We should be running in that direction. Easy. So that's actually almost going to be a straight in. 03, so we'll plan to get off at, we'll probably cross the runway intersection 3214 and take a right at Alpha, which will take us straight to the ramp where there's an awesome restaurant there. Good plan. Let's see, what's the pattern altitude there? Pattern altitude is 1936, so we'll just call it 2000. And we're at 3.5, so we need about, at 500 feet a minute, we need about 3 minutes to descend to pattern altitude. So, should we plan about 9, probably even 8, 08, start my descent. And I'm not going to tune the frequency in here, but I'll just call up Anderson Tower just to let them know, hey, it's on 126.0. Anderson Tower, Cessna 172, 172 Sierra Papa. It's just about to overfly your airspace. Will remain clear of class Delta airspace at 3,500 feet en route to Muncie, Anderson Tower. Just to give you a heads up, I should have actually called a bit earlier. I'm actually going to be flying. It's going to be a bit to the right. There it is there. So yeah, there's a little river that bends around it, which you can see there. So we're not in their airspace, we are above it. Their airspace ends at 3,400 feet. It is cutting it pretty close at 3.5, but we're not in their airspace, but just giving them a heads up that we're passing through. Apparently we're not quite there yet, okay. Pretty close to it though. And I was going to start my descent at about 8 minutes past. But obviously I don't want to transition through the Anderson airspace either. So keep an eye on that. The Anderson airspace ends about 8 miles away from Muncie. And I'll just change that to 2. So that way for pattern altitude. Later on. Compass log, engine altimeter, radio orientation. I know we're going the correct way, not just based on the direction, but we've got Anderson Airport off to our right here, and I think that's good. That's fine for me because I can tell it's on the right side of the correct side of the aircraft. It's in about the correct location. Fuel. Now fuel is set to both, and we have plenty of fuel for the flight we're doing today, so that's not an issue. That's clear off. Okay, clear off checks are done. We will be starting a descent fairly soon. Obviously the cruise checklist, power is set, mixture is set, instruments we are set. Clear off kind of covers that too. So for descent, we're setting power, mixture is already rich, fuel valves, they are on both. We have the ATIS, which is information hotel, expect runway 03. Easy. And what else is there? Last video I actually forgot to do the pre-landing checklist because I was too busy talking and I've been distracted. So I'll make sure I try and fit it in this time. Alright, so we're overhead the Anderson airspace according to the moving map. Well, actually, we're pretty much over the field. So yes, we are overhead their airspace, but not in their airspace because their airspace ends at 3,400 feet. Alright, so I would plug in the frequencies for Muncie, and I'm not going to bother dialing them in, but that's what I would normally do. So we've got the ATIS already. Tower is 120.1, ground 121.1. So I'll plug it in. Tower 120.1. I'd be monitoring that now. In ground, you'd have 121.9. Now I'm just making reference to my iPad here. Let's get the actual frequencies. 121.9 to 0.1. Tower and ground. Usually at these class Delta airports, they normally actually just have you maintain the same frequency. Tower frequency on the ground as well, because it's usually the same guy monitoring both, just due to staffing. It's now 9. That's what I was planning on doing my descend at 9, so in about 30 seconds. However, I can't yet because I'm actually still, I'd actually breach their airspace if I descended 100 feet. So as soon as I'm clear, I'll actually, as soon as I clear their airspace, then I'll start my descent. The airport of Muncie is located just past and a bit to the left of the main township build-up. There is a main interstate that's fair way to the right of it. Yeah, it is a It's been a while since I flew to Muncie. But anyway, we should get an airways clearance. Muncie Tower, Cessna 172 Sierra Papa is 8 miles to the west, inbound with the Information Hotel. Request airways clearance. Yeah, obviously that'd tell you. Probably report, I don't know, 3 mile final, runway 03. 172 Sierra Papa, will advise 3 mile final, runway 03. That's it. Okay, we're outside their airspace for Anderson, so now we can descend, commence our descent, vertical descent. We'll do it about 700 feet. I've got to pull the power back because I don't want to accelerate anymore. Because we are getting close to the yellow band, the airspeed indicator there. Even if you're in smooth air, I still don't recommend going to the yellow band on the airspeed indicator. And that's probably the airport there. That'd be 03 there. That one. So our heading's looking pretty good actually. Alright, I'll start a pre-landing checklist now. Brakes. Just get it out of the way. Brakes are off. It also means I keep my feet off the tops of the pedals, the heels on the floor, so I don't accidentally have my feet on the brakes when we land. Undercarriage. Normally I'll actually look and I'll see that it's a fixed undercarriage. If it was retractable and a multi-engine, I'd check the convex mirror on the side of the engine cowling, and also you look for 3 greens, but it's a fixed undercarriage, not a problem. Mixture. It is rich. Fuel selector is on both. Fuel levels are fine. Fuel pump, I'll tell you what, I'll turn it on. Instruments are looking good in the green. 500 feet to go. Switches are on both. Hatches, harnesses, and make sure you're buckled in. The doors are nice and secure. We're good. And let's have a look here. We're going to have to go to heading, I think. Just give myself a little bit more room. And I'll change this to ABS and I'll track it. 03 is the actual runway. And we're almost at 2,000 feet. And we're just pretending he asked us to report 3 mile final. And let's just power up a bit because we're approaching 2,000 feet. And obviously you keep on a good lookout. Because I can't tilt my header in this pillar. Anyway, there we go. Okay. We're less than 110 knots. I can put first degree flaps. 10 degrees. Jeez, it's hard to tilt your header in this thing. Okay. Alright, I'll turn the autopilot off. And we'll start going to 030. back. I need to put the speed back a bit because I need more flaps. We are pretty high. I didn't plan that too well. Seems to be a habit of mine. I just find it a lot easier in real life. That's for sure. Yeah, we're on a 1/2 mile final, Muncie Tower. Sorry. Once again, I forgot. Way too slow. Just confirm clear to land, runway 03, 172, 0 Papa. Yep, clear to land, all good. Alright, sweet. So I was planning on passing the intersection, then taking the first right past the intersection. Oof, that was a bit of a hard bounce. It's so much easier in real life. This is really difficult, actually. Gosh. And I don't know how you think about individual brakes. I wouldn't turn at that speed, but yeah, they'd either tell you to stay at frequency or contact ground. Oh, slamming the brakes. Damn. After landing checklist. Flaps are up, strobes are off, landing lights off, taxi lights on, pitot heats off, mixture is still rich. Trim set for takeoff, transponder of course. Transponder back on standby. Yeah, we just got to warning for the vacuum, that's fine, that's only because it's not below up yet. For a second, there we go. Brakes off. Ground 172 Sierra out. Where are we? Yeesh. This is so much harder than real life. We're not up. It's Alpha. One 172 Sierra Papa taxiing for the ramp on Alpha. And that cleared to the ramp. I think the restaurant's over here. GA parking, that'll work. I'm pretty sure that's where it is. Wow. Well, it's a pretty short flight. Yeah, it's a nice little flight. And it's definitely not difficult at all whatsoever. But I can't stress how much easier it is in real life versus the flight simulator, because it's just not the same. Even professional flight simulators that they use at flight schools and whatnot, they still don't have the actual feel of flying. And so even then it's still really difficult. But obviously visually it looks good at the flight schools, but the feel is just not there. And even, I think even at the airline level, I've only flown a couple of airline level D sims, and I don't know how accurate the feel was because I've never flown airliners in real life. This looks like a good place. I don't think we have to park properly. Alright. But yeah, the point I was bringing up was, yeah, the simulators, the feel has never been really accurately depicted. And I didn't realise until I was doing flight training recently that how much I didn't realise to rely on the feel. Avionics off, mixture, pull that to fully lean. Mags off, come on. Mags off, masters off. Get your hobs and tack time, and standby battery, off. Fuel selector, right or left. And obviously control lock you grab out of the bag there and stick in the control lock there. And we jump out. Put the chocks in the aircraft and good to go. Go grab a good burger. Alright. That's a pretty straightforward flight from Indianapolis Metro to Muncie Airfield, from uncontrolled CTAF to Class Delta airspace. Hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you later.